Hey everybody, I hope you are having a fabulous day so far. Welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a minute since I've posted another video for you for some meal prepping. So I decided let's do another video for you. I hope that you'll enjoy it. So this is my Meal Prep Monday today. And I'm gonna be doing something that's like just a quick and simple type of lunches that I'm gonna be making for the week. So you're going to need some green beans, any brand is fine. So these are just green beans that are already pre-washed, but I'm gonna still wash them. Then I also have some brown rice. So this is just a Rayleigh's brand, an inexpensive brand. Just some brown rice that I'm gonna add for my carb. And then I have Jenny O ground turkey, and this is the 93% lean. So you have 85, 93, and 99% fat-free. So I do the one that's in the middle, which is a 93%. I have 2 packs of this because for my personal meal plan, I like to do high-fat protein. So I will do more protein in my meal. And then also I'm going to utilize some feast mode spices. Now this you can actually get at Max Muscle at the Gilroy and the Morgan Hill location. And I'm using today the Tennessee whiskey flavor. There are spices, there are so many different ones, so please feel free to utilize the one that you love the best. I've also used the, I think it's called Mexican Fusion, which is another great one as well. But today I'm gonna use this guy. It has a little bit of a kick to it, so it's a little spicy, but not overwhelmingly spicy, so I like that about that. And then also to have my containers, and this is just a generic brand. I think it's called Simply Made from the grocery store, so it's just an inexpensive brand for my little guys to put my food in. All right, so stay tuned, and I will start getting going on this for you. Okay, so I went ahead and started some of the prep here. In here I have some rice that's starting to boil. And again, this is just the brown rice. And then in this pot over here, I don't know if you can see it. There we go. So this pot here has the green beans in there. And the green beans are the longer kind, so I went ahead as I put them in there and snapped them in half because I prefer to have a little small, like more bite-sized type of my green beans when I put all the mixture together. So you can do the same if you like or keep them longer if you like. But I'm just getting this going right now because those are going to be mixed in together later on with the turkey mixture once it's cooked. So I went ahead and placed some Pam spray inside my pan, and I use just the Pam spray. There's other brands, of course, and I like to use the olive oil one. I do not like to use the canola one any longer, and I don't like to use the coconut one either. I find the coconut one, for one, just makes my food taste a little bit different, especially if it's a savory, and 2, it actually makes my pans it doesn't do well when I go to clean them later on. So I prefer just to stick with the olive oil type. But again, you can use any one that you like. All right, so I'm heating up my pan here, and it's on about medium-high heat. And I have my ground turkey, so I'm gonna go ahead and plop both of these into my pan. There we go. All right. And next I am going to go ahead and grind this up here. So let's go ahead and just make them smaller. So just take any type of spatula, of course. And all I'm doing right now is just going to be browning up this meat. And in a few minutes, I'm going to go ahead and add in the spices. Okay, so we're gonna let that sit for a few minutes, and then we're gonna let it brown up. And while it's doing that, or once it starts browning, then I'll go and add the spice. So I'll be right back. Okay, so now the mixture, my turkey ground turkey is starting to brown up. So I'm gonna go ahead and start adding in the feast mode spices. So you want to shake them up too, by the way. Always shake up your spices, especially if it's a blend. This way you can make sure that they're all mixed together, all nice and together, playing well with each other. And I'm going to go ahead and start adding the spice. So I'm just covering the whole thing on top. You can see it kind of changed color there, kind of starting to turn a red. So I'm going to go ahead and start mixing that in. And one of the reasons why I wait to start adding the spice, by the way, is because as the mixture is starting to brown, if you add spices too early, this is actually something that I learned elsewhere, but then if you add your spices, I think on a cooking show, by the way, that you add your spices too early to your pan, you can actually damage your pan. So especially salt, by the way. So you never ever want to add salt right away to your pan when your foods are just cooking, especially things like pasta. Actually, if you're boiling water in a spaghetti pot, then you want to wait until the water's boiling, and then you want to go ahead and add your salt to your pot of boiling water. Okay, otherwise, yes, you will scorch your pan or your pot, and it's just not good for your pan. Okay, so now that that is all mixed in there, I'm gonna go ahead and do another round, covering the entire thing. And again, you can add as much or as little as you like of your spices. And then I'm gonna go ahead and mix it all together. Let this continue to brown. And in the meantime, my rice is actually done. So again, I just used an instant type rice. And for that, it's just adding, once the water boils, then I just added my brown rice and then let it boil, or excuse me, simmer for 5 minutes, then covered, and then I took it off of the burner, put it on a side burner, and then I just let it simmer, I'm sorry, not simmer, but just off to another burner, just let it continue to absorb up the hot water, the boiling water. Okay, so that's all done. So here's what it looks like. And then also my green beans are now done as well. So in my green beans here, what I did was, again, just boil the water. I just let them sit in boiling water, and then I boiled them for about 10 minutes. I personally like to have them a little bit more mushy, but if you prefer more al dente, then you would want to just go ahead and cook it like maybe 6 minutes or so. But yes, so those are all done. I went ahead and drained them, and my meat mixture is now all done. So I'm gonna go ahead and start putting everything together. Now I also have here my scale as well. So I have this I just got off of Amazon, I think. So this is where it gets important. So anytime you're meal prepping something, if you're following, especially like one of my meal plans that I do for my clients, then you definitely need a scale, because this type of for me personally, my personal program, it's more helpful to me when I measure out and portion out my food versus just trying to figure out my macros type of the situation and fit it all in. So this just works best for me, where I just measure everything out, and for me personally, it's just an easier lifestyle for me to follow. This is something I've been doing, my husband and I, on and off for like the last almost 20 years. So it's always something that's worked. So why, if it's not broken, why fix it, right? So this definitely is so important that you go ahead and again, if you choose to measure out or pre-portion your food portions out. Now, if you're not sure what your portions should be, then that's where you want to reach out to me, and I'll be happy to schedule a consultation with you, and then we can together, I will put a meal plan together for you, and would love to work with you. So I'm going to go ahead and start everything here. So I'm going to turn this on. And then also, what I had done as well is I have this little plastic bowl that came with mine, is I put the bowl on there first so that it will weigh that out first. Then I went ahead and hit the on again, and that just takes in consideration the weight of the bowl. I do my measurements in ounces, not by grams. And so now I have a zeroed out again for my food, so that now I have the actual measurement for that. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my measurements. I'm gonna go ahead and add in my mixture so that I can start getting a count and a gauge of how much protein I have in here. And if it's not enough, then I just keep adding until I'm happy with what I'm seeing. So I'm gonna do just a hair more, and that looks pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that mixture in, and then I'm gonna go ahead and measure out my rice and my green beans as well. Green beans, actually, honestly, I just grab my little tongs here, and then I just put them in. I can pretty much eye, honestly, the rest of it, just because I've been doing it for so long. But I'm gonna go ahead and put some green beans in here. I think that's pretty darn good. And then the rice, I'm gonna also measure out. Now the rice, actually, I'm going to utilize my cups, my measuring cups, instead of putting it on the actual scale. So I have my little measuring cup here that I'm using for me personally for my portion size. So I'm gonna go ahead and measure that out, and then just plop that right in. And that is it. So now I have it ready to rock. So now I know when I'm doing something like this where I like to, because I personally like to mix up all my food together. I don't know about you, but I love to mix my foods together. I'll take one bite of each thing. Every single time you can ask Jeff and he will vouch for that. But now I have everything all ready to rock. It's nice and pretty. I have my colors in here. So now I have my carb, I have my greens, and then I have my protein there at the bottom. So it's all set, ready to rock. All right, you guys, I hope that this was helpful. I hope that this is something that you will try as well. It's great, quick, and simple to do. It's something that you could do even for the whole family if you wanted. If they like ground turkey and green beans, or you can sub out the green bean for something else if you'd like. But this is one of my favorite go-tos to do for my meal prep because it's quick and simple and it tastes good. All right, I'm actually going to enjoy some of this right now for my lunch. So you guys have a great day, and I will do my best to get another video out to you guys as quick as possible for maybe a meal prep Monday. Let's see, maybe, who knows. If you want me to keep it going and do meal prep Mondays for you guys, leave a comment below, and I would love to read all those. And if you have any suggestions as well on something to cook, leave that as well below, and I'll be happy to do something for you. Have a great day, you guys, and a great week, and we will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.